You fucking...
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and we're back for our Last of Us video. So, we have just gotten the release of the Last of Us Part 1 Remake, and now we look forward to the future. And this is going to be the first of a couple videos you're going to probably see in the next couple weeks and months, talking about Naughty Dog and their potential future. Mainly, this is going to be discussing 2023 and beyond, but I'm just going to call this video 2023 plans. So right now, with the release of the remake, that was one of the 3 games Naughty Dog had planned. If you remember watching my previous videos, we talked about 3 games that Naughty Dog said they were working on. And now that the first game's out, the remake, we know game number 2 is on the way, which is the Last of Us multiplayer factions game. I've made videos about it. Check the playlist down below in the description. You can check my last updated video on it. And we know, at least for now, it doesn't seem we're going to be getting any news or info, like major news or info in regards to it until next year, 2023, which Neil Druckmann said. Covered that in my last video. And there's also game number 3, which right now at this point, we don't really know what it is. It's a new project, and Neil Druckmann is heading it. Is The Last of Us 3? Is it a new IP? Could it be Jak and Daxter? Could it even be Uncharted? A lot of question marks with that. And then also, there is the Last of Us Part 1 Remake coming to PC. We know that is an inevitability, and I keep getting asked about that a lot. Right now, that's not something we really know about. And that's just going to be a question mark. And then also, there is a potentiality, which is something I've also heard of, The Last of Us Part 2's Director's Cut / PS5 version, which I believe is very likely to be happening. We've gotten a lot of leaks, a lot of rumors, a lot of stuff. So we're going to go through each of these that I just brought up here individually, discuss them all, and what the plans are for the future. So if you guys do enjoy this, drop a like, subscribe for more Last of Us content, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos as well, and be sure to join that 50% of people are subscribed by hitting the red subscribe button if you can. Would greatly appreciate it. You know, that bell as well. So let's go over 1,000 likes on this video, guys, and let me know what you'd like to see from Naughty Dog 2023 and beyond. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so what is 2 weeks away from today? September 26th. What's significant about September 26th? It's the Last of Us Day. Used to be called Outbreak Day. It's the big Last of Us Day for the year where they have big announcements and stuff. Last couple of years, I'm not gonna lie, have been pretty garbage in terms of that, but this might be a year where things could be different. It doesn't seem like the multiplayer is gonna get stuff, but I've always thought the HBO show might get its official first trailer. You know, there was that teaser trailer they kind of showed in the HBO promo, but I feel like this will kind of be the first official teaser trailer that they could post, which I think is very likely to be showing up. We also might get news in the multiplayer. Don't expect it, but I also think there's potentiality of The Last of Us 2 getting a PS5 version announced / director's cut. That has been a long-standing rumor / leak that has been out for a while, that it's inevitably going to happen, I feel, but just depends at this time, especially when you saw Part 1 and the PS5 improvements it had. I believe, why not make Part 2 have it? The same thing. Hopefully they wouldn't charge a lot of money for it, but like I said, knowing Sony, who dang knows at this point, considering how much the remake was. Then, could we even hear stuff in regards to the PC release date? All possibilities, but I definitely think for sure we're going to get something with the HBO show. I think there's a slight chance about the Part 2 PS5 stuff, but I think it's more like we also are going to hear about the PC version of the remake. That I definitely could think as well. Anything about Part 3, Dom? No. We're a ways out from Part 3 news, I feel. At least a year, probably 2. Definitely probably 2, I would have to say right now at this point, from even an announcement. Also, I will be discussing The Last of Us Day in a new video very soon, probably before the September 26th date, just talking about my expectations, what I think is going to happen, and all that. So this is just a little teaser to that. So, The Last of Us multiplayer game. That is what's going to be next, which I believe is going to release next from Naughty Dog. I'm not going to go through it that in-depthly. I've talked about it in so many videos. You guys can check out my videos on it. But pretty much what we know right now, as I said earlier in the video, is that it's coming out likely in 2023, could even potentially get pushed to 2024. We are definitely getting news next year, trailer, gameplay, dates. I can guarantee all that. All the juicy, good stuff is going to come next year. We only got that teaser image, which, again, seemed to hint at potential Battle Royale. Neil Druckmann said it's as big as their single-player projects. It's been worked on for years now at this point. It's something that I believe, hopefully, will be coming out middle to late next year. But, again, that's depending on when Naughty Dog's going to show us even stuff. We have not even gotten an official trailer or gameplay or any of that, so we could still be a ways out. But considering, you know, the timeline they had with part 1, I mean, it could be just, hey, announce it and then drops like 60 to 90 days after. I don't know at this point, but for certain we're getting stuff next year. So, after that, that leaves the third. The new IP project, whatever you want to call it. It's a new project, which I do believe on right now. That's why I said new IP. I believe it's going to be a new IP, but I'm not 100% certain of that. At first, I thought, oh, when Neil Druckmann said there's a new project he's working on, I thought it was a new IP confirmed, but he hasn't said specifically it's a new IP yet. We just don't know what it is. And a lot of people have been like, Dom, it's part 3. I think, listen, even as a Last of Us fan, I feel The Last of Us needs a break. Because, you know, Naughty Dog's done nothing but Last of Us for some time. Uncharted, of course, has taken its break, and I think they're not done with Uncharted, but I don't think they have any games planned for Uncharted for some time, so definitely not going to probably get this new thing being Uncharted. Then there's Jak and Daxter, and I just don't see really them doing it. I would love to see a new Jak and Daxter game, but personally at this point, just don't really see it happening. And that leaves two possibilities. One has been the long-rumored Strays Across new IP steampunk game that I've heard for years now that could be coming from Naughty Dog. Or number 2 is probably the one a lot of you guys want, way more than a new IP, The Last of Us Part 3, which I do believe, even if it's not this game, is inevitably coming. It's pretty obvious. The ending of Part 2, Neil Druckmann confirming there's an outline written. There's too many hints right now at this point that a Last of Us Part 3 is going to happen. It's just not a matter of if it gets announced, it's a matter of when. And I just, like I said earlier, 2 years probably we're looking at least. Because I guarantee this new project's going to get news next year probably as well. Or, God, not 2024? I have to see. So, like I said, new IP is what I believe that game to be. Now, if The Last of Us 2 PS5 gets announced, Director's Cut, whatever you want to call it, at this point, remaster, I think that's going to come out next year. Could it coincide with the multiplayer? There's been rumors about that as well. But I believe The Last of Us 2 is going to be getting a PS5 port. Full-on game, remaster, whatever you want to call it, it's inevitable. It's going to happen, whether you hate the game or not. The Last of Us 2 deserves it. Because after seeing the improvements Part 1 did, a lot of people say Part 2 is fine on its own as a PS4. Sure. But I think, hey, give us Part 2, more of the PS5 improvements you include in the Part 1 remake. Maybe throw in a DLC, potentially, like you did with the remastered, you know, with Left Behind and all that. Potentially even give us skins, other stuff, you know. Naughty Dog can probably come up with more stuff, but don't charge a lot of money. Don't charge $60. If you're going to charge something, how about $10 for the simple upgrade if you already own it? But knowing Naughty Dog, no, it's not Naughty Dog. Knowing Sony, it's going to probably be $70. And I don't want that to happen. I think a $10 upgrade would be nice. Then maybe put it at like 40 or 50. But knowing Sony, it's going to be $70. And hopefully they'll have the $10 upgrade thing if you're already own it on the PS4, which I'm hoping. And then the PC version. When do I think that's going to release? That's the thing I'm going to be talking a lot next week in that Last of Us Day video, but I'm hoping that comes out by the end of the year, and I just really want to hope that. But right now, all I can tell you is that it's coming soon. Naughty Dog devs have said it's coming soon. Other than that, though, we don't know. We don't know. and it's a big question mark at this point. I'm just hoping and praying that it's by the end of this year. But if not, early next year for certain, because the mods are going to be pretty cool on that. Eventually next year, we could get the multiplayer game, the Last of Us 2 PS5 port, and the Last of Us Remake on PC. So if you're a Last of Us fan, buckle up, especially with the Last of Us Day coming up in 2 weeks. Buckle up. We are potentially in for some big announcements. Hopefully, if they don't let us down again. Hopefully not. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe. I'm just going to leave it at here. 2023 will hopefully get that stuff next. Maybe even the new IP gets announced next year. / the new other third project Neil Druckmann's working on. But we'll have to see. Thank you guys again for watching. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace and love, and have a great day. Toodles.